what have we actually built? So let's talk a little bit more about kind of the how rather than the kind of why and stuff like that. Sitting underneath us is this force.com platform that sits here, okay? And I'm going to expand that in a second. And that kind of has 3 layers that I talked about. So it's got the infrastructure layer, it's got a sort of platform layer, and it's got a social layer, okay, within that. And that's why it's important for us and we can leverage each of those in our own right. But what we've done is that, all this is looked after, it's upgraded, it comes out 3 times a year with nice new shiny stuff for us to play with and do our stuff. But it means that we focus on the engines that we want to build that sit above here. Okay, and they're the engines that are addressing the particular business problem that we're addressing, and this is our IP, okay? And they include things like, being able to do emission calculations, carbon calculations, that sort of stuff, be able to allocate stuff out to different business units. So we've got allocation engines in there that does that, reduction engines, suggestion engines, these sorts of things that are in there that we've built onto this on this platform. It's got about 120,000 businesses on it now globally, with about 3 million users on a daily basis. So it's a pretty proven, pretty scalable platform. If we expand this platform piece, in essence, there's kind of 3 layers that we take advantage of here that I don't have to build, okay, as a software vendor that I'm building on this infrastructure. So I get the availability, I get the 27001 certification, I get the high response rates, I get the 5-minute upgrades, I get the integration, and I get the sort of data centers and the replication and disaster recovery and all that sort of stuff, again, kind of for free almost, right, from Salesforce. So that's great. So from an infrastructure perspective, I've got all that security and things for my customers. But from a development perspective, I also need to be able to develop this incredibly quickly, because there is a market that's already out there. There's a lot of people doing, addressing this particular solution. So we need to make sure that we're ahead of that game. We're delivering additional innovation and additional benefits to our customers. And so again, if I want to deploy onto an iPad, okay, I don't have to build all that infrastructure about how to deploy onto an iPad. I can just press a button and it's available on an iPad, right, or an iPhone or an Android or something like that. If I want to do some analytics, I don't have to build an analytics engine. It's all embedded in the application, and they can slice and dice the data, look at energy from different perspectives, etc. So I can leverage all these layers really easily and build these applications incredibly quickly. And then the last piece is that we need to be able to allow many people to communicate and solve this particular problem. There are many stakeholders in this area. In fact, I would say it's, having worked in the areas, a number of different areas in IT, this is the truly enterprise-wide application. Okay, it touches every single part of the business, right? Because it is everybody's responsibility. So normally you may sell an application into sales, and they've got a particular issue and target to solve, etc. In this case, we're hitting sales, IT, marketing, distribution, etc. And on it goes. So it touches everybody within the business. So is it performant? Okay, is it delivering the sort of performance that my customers need? And so here's a chart that I pinched from Salesforce, and showing the average page times. So basically the delivery back to the user interface, and then this is the number of transactions that are going through the service on a daily basis. But they have about 25 billion transactions going through, of which I think over half of those are through the API as opposed to through the user interface. Okay, just to give you a bit of an idea. So very high rates of transactions coming through, but actually dramatically reducing the page time, so the delivery is even faster. So they're doing some great stuff all the time in innovation, not just on the surface, but actually underneath in the service as well for us. So again, when we're putting this application together and customers are saying, well, what's the service like? Is it available? Is it performant? What issues have you had, etc. They publicly produce this, which you could go to now, trust.salesforce.com. You'll see all the instances they're running, the dates, and if there's any issues, there'll be little red ticks or crosses or whatever in here, and it will show you the number of transactions going through. So it's about 500 million transactions a day, and the average speed time of delivering those. So pretty innovative in being very, very transparent about their service and the availability, so us and our customers, etc., can go and check that. That's the kind of the sort of performant piece. But kind of can we integrate it? Part of our business problem is that we have to get information from loads of different business applications that exist. So we have to get it from building management systems, which are capturing energy data. We have to get it from T&E systems, which are capturing, your travel and expenses and all that type of stuff. We have to capture it from logistics systems and vehicles that are moving around. So it's a big problem for our customers traditionally to be able to integrate data and get it into applications. And a lot of them have been scared of moving to the cloud because of that. But we can help solve that problem. So, we have a whole stack of examples. Again, as a small business, this is great. We can kind of lean on the underlying platform. And they've got a whole stack of examples of integration at different layers within the architecture, which give them that comfort feeling with what they're doing. So, the application that we've put together kind of looks like this. So we've got different sort of styles of interface depending on who's consuming this information, and those are all delivered from the cloud. As I said, we don't have a single server both to run our business or indeed to deliver the service back to our customers. So we've got kind of the classic sort of normal screens and being able to interact with those, etc. We've got display boards that can go up in buildings and they can see exactly what's going on with sort of ranking charts and that sort of stuff for people to be able to be competitive about it, etc. And then we have a very innovative device here, which for those that are more technically minded, we've built on Adobe Air as a solution. And this actually reaches in through the API into the cloud, into the Salesforce cloud, and pulls the data out, and they can interact with that in real time. And this device is all around employee engagement. So this is how do I get my employees involved in helping me solve this problem? And this reaches out to each individual employee. It gives them each an individual sustainability score, so how well they're doing, how many flights, the impact of their flights, the impact of their sort of energy use maybe at this level or at group level or whatever. And then it will give them a whole set of suggestions about how they can go about actually solving that particular issue.